yeah, that's when he's gonna want. That's when he's gonna come back. I mean, like, I feel like he's looking for signs, you know, but that's what I'm feeling like. I feel like he's looking for like, and he'll misinterpret them. I'm not saying there are signs that you're willing to give, but I feel like they're misinterpreted signs of, oh, they want me to come back, you know? Oh, yeah, they miss me. That's why they wrote this or whatever. But I feel like since you blocked and did all those things, there's not going to be this waking up, you know, don't even like acknowledge like toxic like him or anything, like, you know what I mean? Like there's like stuff like that. Just don't, and it wakes him up, you know, and it makes it feel like you're thinking of him, right? Does that? I hope that makes sense. Um, I don't foresee that it's really like stalking as much as more of like just trying to look like I want to see, make sure, you know, they really don't love me yet, you know, like, but it can get, it's a fine line, right? So I feel like for him when I say that, and I just feel like he has. I just think there is an attention to somebody else that right now. So as long, you know, I think as long as I feel like that's gonna bring it away. Well, the thing is, like, love is many different versions of it, right? I mean, like, there's love because of what you're doing for them, or love because of, you know, there's some people that love because they people are doing stuff for them, or it's condition. I feel like it was a conditional love. Um, I think there was unconditional parts of it, but I don't know if he. I mean, I think his I think that's just the game of what the soul connection was between the two of you and what you were there to teach each other, right? I think it was um more of just the soul of understanding that, you know, people are going to love you and have conditions on that love, which is what he has. And he's I don't know what, I just feel like for him that's how he loves, and that's how he's going to have to learn not to love that way, you know? Is but I mean, for you, yeah. But I don't think he, you know, he asked using me. I mean, like that's it's more of like, yeah. I don't know if he loves that person or not. I don't. I just know that the attention is now on that person, and I feel like he does. Um, I feel like there is more of a tension on that person, and a more of the his whole energy is starting to center around that. You know, because I just feel like there's things he needs from certain people. You know, need the things he needs, and she's gonna get gonna that person's gonna provide that. You know, uh, more so than it's stuff he feeds on. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a big it's an ego thing, and also like a cat and mouse, like chasing. I think he enjoys that. Okay, yeah, so I feel like I don't feel as much. Yeah, I don't feel as much of the the love aspect of it. I do feel like there is more of a karmic thing between the two of you guys, um, than with her. I feel like it was more with it's more of it's convenient, you know. I don't want to say like a rebound, but more kind of, what kind of, you know, because it's just convenient. It was convenient. She was there, you know, and she's willing, you know. So it's like you know, until he has to like. But I feel like that's where he's centering his energy because it benefits him, you know. So yeah, I mean, you could call it using, but I do believe there was like things I feel like that's why you stayed. There was things that weren't, what was love bombing and what wasn't. But I feel like there was things that did keep you did keep you there because you saw some authentic traits in him that really did come out and were true, but they were far and few between. So it is a lesson in learning that, like, not all love is how not everybody loves the way you do, and and putting up those boundaries and valuing yourself and not allowing them to do that. I mean, well, I feel like it is, but it's up to you to make sure that it's like, I feel like I feel like it is right now. That's what I feel like. But I feel like there is like a waveness to this that comes and goes with you, where you have to then sit in the fear of knowing that you're not going to be with somebody that is you're comfortable with him in a way, even though you know how he is. Because there's a comfortableness to it, and just making sure that you still stick to how you feel now, and not be wanting to go back. I don't feel like you do, but I mean, like, it's a prediction, right? But I feel like, it's my prediction. But like, if you were to like all of a sudden go, well, I'm kind of feeling kind of lonely. It's this, yeah, that's what I'm feeling. It's hard. So I feel like it's like knowing that when you do feel lonely or feeling like, well, I do miss him. What do you miss? Is it it's the thought of him. It's the idea of being alone that you're afraid of. So then you go to something, which you got to think of, is it better to be in the fear of being alone and being alone, or is it better to be in with a toxic relationship? I mean, like, you got to step aside and allow that awareness to happen, um, instead of just reacting. And I think you're starting to have that, and sometimes some people have that, me, I just break up with somebody. But I'm a Pisces and we're like, cut off, like, done. But there's other people that, aren't as like that. So, and be kind to yourself. You're a human being, and you have wants and needs and stuff, but also because you have the awareness now of how you react and why you go back. Kind of look back at the times that you have gone back. Then you will know why you did. And then, kind of look at it and go objectively and go, well, it's probably because I felt lonely, or it was the holidays, or he's comfortable as somebody I know, and it's hard to be with somebody else because that it's not somebody I know, stuff like that. Well, I meet someone who will love me truly soon. I'm thinking of giving up. No, I think oh, you give more. Well, I feel like is there an issue? Just knowing that you do that and is because you're looking for something outside of yourself that you need. You need to like love yourself more inside, and you're looking for people. There's something inside you that you don't think you deserve love, right? And so when somebody who is not as nice to you starts giving you love, you feel like, well, they're not very nice, but they're giving me love, so I must deserve it, right? But really, it's not because of their love that's what you need to do yourself. You just gotta love yourself. So I think it's healing that part of you will help you even more so go and find people that are kind to you, and or just putting up those red flags. I think there's some red flags that happen that you can, I'm not saying it's your fault. I mean, that's what we all do. We all project outside of ourselves, but I feel like it's them. That's the lesson in itself. All right. All right, Slindy, thank you. But you don't give up on love. Love is important. You know, but maybe you love yourself a little bit. Give yourself the oxygen mask instead of the narcissist or the toxic person. Don't allow yourself to feel it. All right, Mahogany, please read about Rosalind and Frank. He is my boyfriend? Okay, Mahogany, what was your question about? You're welcome, Slindy. Thank you. Rosalind and Frank. All right, so I feel like this is, I don't know why I want to say like a grassroots relationship. And Sophie's here. Hi, Sophie. Okay, so we're going to do Mahogany and Sophie, and I think that's it after that. Right? Mahogany and Sophie. Mahogany and then Sophie. That's it. Want to know about your relationship. Okay, Mahogany. Your relationship. I feel like it's like I don't know why I want to say grassroots. I don't know. That seems weird to explain for a relationship, but that's what came up. Made me feel like old school, like you. I don't know why it makes me feel like you've known each other for a very long time, and that you've met. It makes me feel like you met in school, but like I just feel like you're old time sweethearts in some way. But you're just not. Yes. Okay. Since 2019. Okay. Well. So so you've been through some things like COVID. Let's see. I just feel like there's an energy to the relationship, and I feel like this is your perception of it, and you can. I that's what I'm feeling. Your perception of it is, it's very it's very like not very exciting, I guess. It's kind of just like it's you're together and you're kind of like best friends, and it's like something more, there's something more that you want to it. It's like you feel like it's missing something, like like more passion or more. I don't know why. It just makes me think of like Jack and Diane, the song, for some reason. But yeah. Oh, it's long distance. Okay, so you want that more. Okay, the more to that's the more that the yeah. It just feels like more of the passion to it. So they keep on showing me blue jeans. I don't know why, but I feel like I don't know if there's something about blue jeans with you two, but there's like something about blue jeans. I don't know if there's something like you like his blue jeans or what, but they keep on show. I can't. I have to say it because I keep on seeing blue jeans, and does he love you? I feel like he does. I feel like there's a very caring love to it. I don't know. It feels more to me, and I feel like it might just be his love language, so I don't want you to read into this, but it's more of like of a very like he really appreciates you and your friendship and your. I feel like there is a best friend quality to this. It's like some, but I feel like that's how he has people. That's how he loves. It's like you're his best friend. I don't feel like he's more. I don't feel like he's the type of guy where he's like, yeah. I feel like it's like that's his love language, and I feel like he does love you. I think there is a comfortability to the long distance. I mean, I feel like he isn't as confident as he puts off sometimes. I feel like that's with him. I feel like it's with him that way. It's like a confidence thing, right? And I just feel like because you just and so that with the confidence, it's a little easier, and he doesn't feel like if he doesn't want to let you down, too. So I feel like that's the factor too. But I do believe he does. Yeah. I feel like in your heart he does. I feel like it's just like allowing yourself to be loved, and it's okay. But I feel like too, like you do want there. It's hard because you guys are apart, so it's hard to you want these signals and these things, and sometimes they're not given in a timely manner, so they can feel like you get a little anxious, like, oh well, he didn't do this or he didn't do that, so then it becomes, oh well, does he love me? Is he thinking about somebody else? Is this happening? Well, it's hard. Long distance relationships are hard. So, oh, you're confused. Is it because of the long distance more so, or the passion of it? I feel like there's like you wanting more of the connection and the passion and the more of the romantic part of it than oh, like you feel like you've been now like just an old married couple. Like I feel like you're feeling like it's just kind of, is that what it is more so? And plus just having things in common too sometimes. Yeah, you want more, he's not giving. And I feel like that's not his love language, and it's like as much. I feel like his is more of the best friend thing, and I feel like also his confidence as a man isn't there for that. I feel like he's just afraid he's not going to provide or do the things that good enough that he feels like that you want. And so it's like, I guess, allowing him, telling him that this is what you want, because he's not a mind reader. I'm not saying you haven't said it, but I'm just saying, it's good to say it in a when you're not upset. Not saying you haven't, but say it in a not triggered state. Not when you're arguing, or let it come out that way, but more when you're yeah, more when you could say it and speak more so from yourself than from a space where your inner child is going, but I want this, because then it's not really going to come off the right way. So I'll leave his love of spirit with you. I feel like yeah, I feel like it's just being honest with him and how you feel, and providing that space where he can then express himself. It's that vulnerability that needs to happen between the both of you, right? And so it's what's next. The vulnerability has to happen, because that's where yeah. Okay, thank you, Mahogany. Yeah, I did, Sophie. Yeah, you love the black girl. That's my little guy. His name's Melvin. He used eventually he will do things. He will do he does do animations, but I don't have it set up right now. But he usually does animations. He'll like squawk and do things. But right now he just is in idle mode, and he used to greet people on the lives when they would come in, but it caused a lot of like bandwidth for him. So I gotta revamp him. I don't know why I said hi again. Okay. Yeah, his name's Melvin. Cool. Okay, so Sophie, you want a reading? Your last one, and then if anybody else wants a reading, you can just, I'm back on Tuesday at 5. So, well, yes, one. All right. Let's see. We have. Let's see what kind of cards I want to do. On my lives here, you were on Prism of Light, so that's why I usually do cards on this one. I'll open these. This I don't know if you've ever read this book. I have the book. I haven't read it, but it's called A Course in Miracles. It's a It's a big book, and it's about just self love and all that stuff. But it's a very interesting book. Some people like it, some people hate it because it's kind of intense. But anyway, I got the oracle cards. So let's see what they say. Okay, sure. Okay, a real twist. All right. Oh, these are very interesting. Okay, well, let's see what this says. These are like they have this and they have stuff and they have all over this. So this is Course in Miracles. I think I forget what the Course in Miracles was about. It was more about. Oh yeah, it's a self-study spiritual program that teaches us how to transform our experience of the world from fear to love. The unique curriculum has resonated with millions of people around the world, bringing translated into more than 25 languages. Each of the 50 beautiful design cards in this deck draws from a lesson in the course, selected by 2 well-renowned teachers. Blah, blah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. New deck. Yo, you know the course. Okay. Not many people do. Well, I mean, I think they do, but not some people. Yeah. I've read parts of it. You know, they tell you like to do each like lesson one a day or one a week or something like that. You know, it's like that. I should really get back into it. All right, so I'm gonna try to. These are like matte, but they're not. They're kind of like thick. Okay, so it says. This one says, "God goes with me wherever I go." Well, I feel like because we are God too, so we are. It definitely does. There's no time, no place, no state where God is absent. There is nothing to be feared. So that's very true. I feel like it's just saying, well, we are spirits within us type thing, right? Now, okay, so then love created me like itself. And it says, you are the work of God. And his work is wholly lovable and wholly loving. And this is how a man must think of himself in his heart, because this is what he is. Yeah. And I feel like this has a lot to do with about, well, I mean, it's your foster mom, right? So it's like a lot about did she I feel like there's just a creating you. Yeah, like you were a thing that she thought, well, you were created in love of some, you know, but also she feels like that she was the one that should be, I don't want to say reaping the benefits, but kind of more of like, you know, it's a creating of you, right? She created you. She was the one that nurtured you and was there. Why should somebody else get that part of you? You know, I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like also like there's just that there was a lot of like, not like you're an object, but more of just like, you know, mine, you know, like you know, you can't. And I feel like there's like a sense of wanting like things to herself. I don't know if this makes sense. But it's like also, well, I feel like there's a feeling of like feeling like she wasn't good enough to have love herself, that she needed to like make sure that she was the only thing you could love. If you had another choice, there was going to be, she thought she would be put to the wayside. That wouldn't be good enough. There would be like a part of her that you'd be gone, and she felt like she didn't want that gone. Very controlling spot on. She was very yeah. So claims she never knew. Yeah, and I feel like yeah, and I feel like she wanted, if there's if there was that, she would have been gone, right? You wouldn't have come back, which is untrue. I mean, like, if you, she knows now that the love that you have for her was because of, you know, it didn't have to be because you're blood, you know, it was because of how she, you know, you did love her. um and she know, and the whole she was just afraid of being abandoned herself, so she took abandoned people, right? Because she felt like she was, you know what I mean? And the fear of that, and she would then, you know, so that's what I'm feeling. So but she knows now that, like, just because you love somebody, you know, you meet somebody else isn't gonna cause you to just leave her. Her whole worth was that she saved you and she was there for you. And if that worth went away, she felt like then there was nothing else that you could love her for. So, yeah, very insecure. It was very total. Like, yeah, yeah. And I just feel like there was nothing else that she felt like she could be loved for, and that, so she had to make sure that she kept that air of that, you know, like, no, they're not there, you know, like, if they were there, she would be like, you would just be like, well, you know, I, you know. So I feel like it's like it's like knowing it's what she had to go through in this life, and understand that what she was seeing in these, in, you know, her foster kid. I feel like kid, she had more than one. I feel like it would be like more like that. She's the reason why she would gravitate to that is because she had this in her she was trying to heal, you know. And it was like, but in a way she never could, because then she's decided to start doing other things. Yeah, terrified of being abandoned, because I feel like she really felt like she was. I don't know, it doesn't make me feel like she was actually abandoned, but there was like a thought, a feeling of it that had happened, and it was you know, it was just a fear of hers. I don't think it actually ever, like, happened as much, but it's in her mind. It was a very big possibility. Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, when I said children, that makes sense. Foster children. So it's like bringing them in. It's projecting her own abandonment, knowing that you guys were really abandoned. And I don't want to say abandoned, but, you know, I mean, that there is a sense of that, right? I mean, like, when you have to go to a foster home, a child does feel that way. I mean, even if it's right or wrong and things, whatever, you know, but it is like, so she was able to project that onto you, her own feelings of abandonment, but then never ever owning them. So then what does she do? She, you know, then controls you guys, because she's afraid that once you guys do realize that you're going to go somewhere else. So, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, it wasn't real, like, I guess that's what it was. This is like, it wasn't like, I mean, like, any abandonment isn't like, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you were. Okay. Yeah. I just don't want to, like, but I feel like with her foster dad died, yeah, when she was 14, and she never, okay. It was just like, it's like, you know, like, he passed away. He didn't really try to leave her. You know what I mean? Where, like, I feel like it was totally, it was the opposite. You know, it was like, I mean, like, it was like they really did leave. You know, like, they gave you up. You know, you know. So, and I feel like, you know, I mean, they're all different abandonments that can happen, and I feel like it's just like she just really feared that.